Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Falchion with you once again, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm kind of surprised that we have to do this, but at the same time, it has become very apparent that it needs to be done. So let's get into it. Here we are. This is a Nintendo Switch. This is the OLED model of the Nintendo Switch. The OLED model has the removable Joy-Cons, but none of that matters. It's a Nintendo Switch, and a Nintendo Switch is a handheld portable gaming console, right? So console, that's the operative word here, and that's what this video is really surrounding. People are very confused by that, and I will get a little bit more into that. Actually, let's go ahead and proceed and get a little bit more into that. I'm gonna push this up here and bring in Valve's Steam Deck. Same form factor for the most part. You can see sticks, buttons, a little bit of extras here with trackpads, a few extra buttons on the Nintendo Switch, but same form factor in the overall, and they are meant to serve basically the same function, which is playing video games handheld, right? So very similar in form and function, but the Steam Deck, Valve Steam Deck, is a handheld portable gaming PC, personal computer, not a console. And that seems to be very confusing for people who are new to handheld gaming or gaming just in general. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in a moment, because it doesn't really relate so much to the Steam Deck, but the difference is, pointing out the difference here is important, is what's important, right? So handheld console, the Nintendo Switch; handheld portable PC, the Steam Deck. Although this PC, the operating system is Linux, not Windows, and that's important when it comes to this here. This is Asus's ROG Ally, right? The ROG Ally is a handheld portable gaming PC, same as a Steam Deck, but the operating system on this is Windows 11. And I have a dirty screen. Pardon me, I'm a stickler for that. And it's really showing up in the viewfinder. Where were we? Yeah. So again, the same, only with different operating systems. Very different, because this is a console. Now, what's the difference between a PC and a console, right? They both play games, and outside of like the things that you can do with a PC, with like such as I don't know, your taxes, or my laptop sitting here next to me, I use it to track sales and stuff for my family's business, stuff like that, and which a console does not do. When you buy a game for the Nintendo Switch, right, you know that game is going to work on the Nintendo Switch. It's a guarantee, or it's supposed to be a guarantee. These days, it's hard to know, because publishers and developers can be caught slipping, right? We've seen it with a lot of games, especially this generation, unfortunately. But in the overall, it's supposed to be a simple guarantee. If you buy a game that says can be played on the Nintendo Switch, it's supposed to be a guarantee. You're never going to get that guarantee on a PC, whether it be handheld or desktop or laptop. You never get that guarantee. Now, the Steam Deck does come very close to that, to where it tells you, okay, you can get this game, and if it has a green, we'll just go by the colors. It's a little more in depth than this, but we're breaking this whole thing down into crayons right now. So as simplistic as we can. If it has a green marker with it, it means it's playable. It's going to run fine. It's going to look fine. Everything is great. If it's yellow, it'll run the game, but you may have a couple little issues. You may have to bring up an on-screen keyboard, or the text may be smaller than you would expect it to be for a game or whatever, stuff like that. Or if it's a white symbol, that means they either haven't tested it or they have tested it and it doesn't work, right? Because it's a PC, and all these things run on power, right? On computing power, I guess. And I mean, that's just the way to say it. That's just the way it is, on computing power. Even the Nintendo Switch runs on computing power, but the games are regulated for it, right? So if you buy the cartridge, right, that the Switch comes, the game cartridge that comes for the Switch, you're supposed to be guaranteed that cartridge in that system will run. Or if you buy it off of the Nintendo's eShop, it's supposed to be guaranteed that game will run on the Nintendo Switch. Whereas for PCs, let's say, for instance, Rog Ally here, you can buy a game for this, and I haven't yet, and I can't tell you what game would not run on this. I haven't had that much time with it yet. Only a week. It's only been out for a week. I've only had it for a week. But you can buy a game for this, and the game needs more power to run than this thing can handle. Same with the Valve's Steam Deck. That's the nature of PCs and PC gaming, right? You get your graphics card, and I mean, I shouldn't. No, you know what? That's going a little bit too in depth, and that's going to confuse things, because you get these things in a console as well. But again, the console has, let's call it, regulations as far as games go, that say, if you're saying that this runs on this game, on this console, it will. But nobody's going to say, well, people are going to say it'll run on a PC, but there are no guarantees. You can get a game for your PC, and that game again require more power than your PC has to run it, and then so your PC won't run it. And the problem, and the reason I'm making this video, is people are getting the Rog Ally, right, because they're hearing commentators and influencers or what have you saying that this is a console, this handheld console. People said the same thing with the Steam Deck too, and it was wrong then as well, but it wasn't so bad then. Now it's just really bad. And so people are hearing it's a console, and so they're buying it thinking it's a console, thinking whatever the games they're going to get on it is going to run, and that's not the issue. And they're thinking it's going to have that simplicity that is inherent with consoles, plug and play. No, this is a PC. It's a full-on PC. This is a PC, a full-on PC, just with a different operating system. If you buy a personal computer, and if you've gotten a personal computer and you've had, the hair-pulling complications of going through setting it up, and I know not all of you feel that way. A lot of you are PC people, and you're very good with this, but not all of us are, including me. I'm not a PC person. Not as far as like tech and stuff goes. I love playing on PC. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not what you would consider a PC person. You would definitely more consider me a console person. But consoles come with that expectation of simplicity. Plug and play. You get it. You sign in. You set up your account. You sign in, whatever, what have you, and you're good to go. You throw in whatever game has the name of your console on it, and you're good to go. You can play that game. Not so with the PC. And so the Rog Ally, the Steam Deck here, they are that way. Again, the Steam Deck does help you a lot with that by giving you those little indicators, but you can ignore those indicators, right? And you can buy a game for it that won't run on it, and it could be an issue for you. Same with the ROG Ally. I know I keep saying ROG, and I know it's ROG. Don't hurt me in the comments. It's sometimes it just slips. You know how it is. But yeah, that's what I wanted to let people know. The form factors are the same. You look at them and they are very similar, and it's easy to make that mistake, right? For sure, but one of these things is not like the others, right? The Nintendo Switch here in the middle is a console. It's made to be simple. It's made to be easy. It's made to, you go to the store and you see a game, or you hear about a game through a commercial or through your friends or whatever, and if you want it, it says Nintendo on it, or you pick it up in the eShop, and it's meant to work for this. Whereas on the ROG Ally, you can go to the Steam store, and it is feasible that you could buy a game that needs more power than this has to offer to be able to run that game. Same with the Steam Deck. Again, these are both PCs, top and bottom here, guys. Top and bottom. These are both PCs, just with different operating systems, and the Steam Deck is supposed to be easier, and I guess if you're a PC person, it is. But me not being a PC person, the Steam Deck is actually a lot more complicated, and I think it's just because I'm not a PC person, but I have more understanding of Windows than I do of Linux, because Linux, you start getting into all the Proton stuff, and you can get things to work, but you just have to do the right thing. And it's that way with Windows too. But for me, as a non-PC person, Windows is a little bit more easy to understand, because Windows is pretty much the more in your face deal, right? The thing, I mean, if you're getting something, a PC most likely is going to have Windows rather than Linux. So I wanted to clear that. I wanted to make that clear. I want people to understand that, because people are getting these and the ROG Allies and messing with them for a couple of days, finding them very much more complicated than, say, a Nintendo Switch, and then they're taking them back. And if you get in, you don't like it, by all means take it back. That's not the issue here. The issue is just the misleading, the way people are misleading others by calling this a console, when this is a console, but this is for sure a PC, and the difference is huge and heavy. And if you make the mistake of treating this, or of getting this thinking it's going to be like getting a console, then you're going to go through a whole lot of unexpected headache, and you're going to be mad, and you're going to want to take it back, and that's a waste of your time. If nothing else, it's a huge waste of your time, and I don't want you to do that. I want you to have the Ally. I want you to have the Steam Deck. I want you to have this. I want you to have everything, right? If it were up to me, everybody would have everything, and that means that these things would be continually developed for, and nothing ever goes out of business or what have you. But you know, that's not the way of the world. I get it, you get it, is cool. But I don't want you to go out and get this thinking it's like this. I don't want you to go out. I need to name these. I don't want you to go out and get the ROG Ally thinking it's going to work the way that a Nintendo Switch does, or an Xbox or a PlayStation or any other console, because it's not. You know, you have to go out with the mindset that this is a PC. It's going to work like a PC. You have to go through all the same things that you do with any other PC, whether it be a laptop or a desktop, because that's what it is. Same with the Steam Deck. Just Valve has gone out of their way to make their product a little less complicated, I should say. I was going to say a little more easy to understand, but a little less complicated is the way that I will say it. But to be honest with you, me as a non-PC person finds the Steam Deck a little more complicated to do the things outside of what's box standard. I should add that, right? If you're just buying the Steam Deck and you want to play your Steam games on it, and that's all super, and nothing else, that's all super simple, for to be honest with you, because you know, they do tell you what works, what might work, what kind of works, what works pretty good but not 100%. You know, they do go out of their way to tell you that, and they do a really good job of letting you know. But it's when you get into the other things that this thing can do, you know, the other 75% of what this thing can do, that things just get complicated with Proton and all this other stuff that just is confusing. But if you sit down and take the time and study and really put your focus into it, you can learn it, and you can do it, and in the end there's a great satisfaction. But again, PC, Steam Deck, PC, runs Linux OS. You can actually put Windows on here too as well, to if that's what you want to do. But it is a PC, hands down, no ifs, ands, or but. It's a PC. Don't make the mistake of thinking it's a console, even though people will label it a console. Just like a jacuzzi. All jacuzzis are hot tubs, but not all hot tubs are jacuzzis. This is a PC. ROG Ally, PC. The operating system on this is Windows 11. You're probably going to be familiar with this if you know anything. If you own any other PC, you're probably going to be more familiar with this than the Steam Deck, to be honest with you, outside of, you know, running just Steam and games on there. Again, it's a PC. If you buy this thinking it's a console, you're going to be in for a whole lot of headaches, and you're going to be mad. And that's the problem. When you see a lot of these videos of people sending this back, and don't let me discount the people who are sending these back because they have issues. Some people have had issues with these, just not the lion's share as you might think with all the videos that you've seen of people sending these back. A lot of people are sending these back because it's a Windows operating system, and they simply are PC people and don't like Windows, don't know why you got in the first place, knowing that it's something that you don't like. But to each his own. You do with your money what you want to do with your money. But if you're buying this thinking it's a console, you're making a huge mistake, and you're going to be in for a pretty good headache if you continue on that route. Please understand, this is a PC. It's a full-fledged PC, and it comes with all the setup headaches and what have you that any other PC has. Nintendo Switch is a console. It's a very simple thing. You buy this and you buy the cartridges, or you go to the eShop and you buy the games off the store, and they are pretty much guaranteed to run for you, because that's what it's supposed to do, outside of publishers not doing what they are really supposed to do and making things more complicated than they actually need to be. So yeah, that's the deal with these handhelds. There are a whole bunch more over there. Sitting on my desk is my 1X player. Again, it's a Windows 10 PC. No need to bring it, because it's actually at this point it's pretty much exactly the same outside of the way it looks as this, because it's been upgraded to Windows 11 through that program or what have you. But you know, same with the Aya Neo or the WinGPD or GPD, I can't remember, but those, just any other PC handheld, they are PC handhelds. Don't let people confuse you by calling them consoles, because yes, we console players know that we like consoles, and one of the biggest reasons for that is because of their simplicity to just jump in and be able to do what we want to do with the expectation that it's just going to work, right? And whereas PCs, there's a whole lot more to them. They're a whole lot more complicated. And please, PC people, don't get on here and flame me because I'm saying that it's complicated and to you it's the simplest thing in the world. Yes, you've spent a lot of time with them, and it's a lot more simple for you. We're just talking about people like me, right? And people like me find PC a whole lot more complicated than consoles. That's it. So hopefully that clears things up. Again, if you're looking for a console, a handheld console, these are more than just that. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't get them. I'm saying you should get them with the understanding that these are not consoles. They're more than that. So there's more to it than that. They're more complicated than that. There's more work that you're going to have to put into getting it up and going for you. But once you do, they're amazing. And there's, outside of updates and stuff that you have, I mean, we have updates on consoles too, you know, stuff like that, you know, it's going to be there for you. So I'm not saying don't get it if you're looking for a console. I'm just saying don't go in with the expectation of super ease that you normally get with consoles, because it's not going to be there. There are few more steps that you have to go through first. With all of them, right? And so if you're looking for a console, if you're looking for just to play Nintendo games, boom, Switch is all for you. This comes with 3 months of Game Pass. Game Pass is pretty easy to set up on here once you get through setting up the whole thing as a PC first. That's the complicated part. But once you get through that, it does get very much easier. It does get very easy, and anybody can do it. It's just a matter of taking time. You may have to watch some videos or ask some people for a little bit of help as you're going through it. There you go. Great thing. Go out and get it if that's what you're looking for. Don't be discouraged by what you're seeing, because it's great, and you'll really enjoy it. I believe. I really enjoy mine. Steam Deck, same thing. If you're just looking to play your Steam library, this is very easy. Go out and grab it. It's about, for this model, which is the top model of the Steam Deck, it's about $50 less than the $700 ROG Ally, so about $650 for this. But you can get them the lower spec model of the Steam Deck for around $400, I think it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think it's like $50 more than the Nintendo Switch. But then that's a whole other can of worms. But not that it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's a whole other thing that we're not going to go into now, because this is 25 minutes now. And so yeah. But last time, these two PCs, expect to have to go through PC things when setting these up. This console, you get in here, you know, hook up to your internet or your Wi-Fi or whatever. You set up your account or sign in, and you buy a game. You either plug it in up here, right here, a cartridge, or you buy it off the store, the Nintendo eShop, and you're good to go. You do your downloads and you're good to go. Simplicity, bit more complicated. All three very fun, and when you include everything else like the 1X player or the iNeo or any of the other ones that are coming out, because the space is being saturated right now, you know, understand PC comes with PC headaches, console comes with console ease, and in the end they're all extremely fun, and you really can't go wrong as long as you just kind of understand what it is that you want and what you're in for, and what you want to do and what you want to play. And yeah, so I hope this clears things up. I hope this helps you out. I hope you go out and you figure out, I hope you go and figure out which one it is you want, or two or three or all, whatever, what have you want, and you get them and you set them up and you have a lifetime of fun with them. There's so much you can do with them, and there's a great freedom that these things give us. So that being said, I want to thank you for hanging out and watching the video. I hope you got something from it, and until next time, this has been Falchion. You know me, I'm Ghost. Two fingers is peace. Later.